Cliff Hollestelle is a nationally known award-winning waterfowl sculptor who works in wood and bronze. Cliff has received many awards, including Best of Show at the Ward Foundation World Championship. His work can be seen at Morrill Hall and the Lincoln Children's Zoo, just to name a few out of the many.
There's a lot of talent out there that we really never tap. And you never know when you're talking to an individual or a group of young people, and of which I've got some young people that stop by here, that their interest, and they may start off like I did, and I can see it in two of them that stop by the house here. And I would hope that we can always have that the spirit of the arts in the school system and really support this. And that's why I'm always pleased to see these types of awards being presented, because they're fostering more and better things to happen. I think these awards are very nice and where they recognize people, and I'd love to see them recognize people in all types of areas of interest to people in the city and state of Nebraska and the nation, because it helps people to get them, sort of trying to do a little bit more and doing something special for some special reasons. And in saying that, I think that all of us, as we're sitting here, we can sit there and think about one or two or three or maybe five people that made a difference in our life. And personally, I look back at the two teachers in my grade school that made a difference in my life, and a couple in high school, and one in college. And you never know where that person is or who it's going to be. But, in my case, I've kind of gone back and talked to them. And I would hope that at some time, regardless what we do in this world, there might be a minute or two that you could go back and talk to them and say, thanks, you did a nice job for me. I got my interest, and, you helped me learn a lot more about my field. I think that's great.
The Lux Center for the Arts is a nonprofit organization that offers year-round arts education for students of all ages. The Lux offers classes taught by professional artists and exhibits work of local, regional, and national artists. Accepting the award is the Executive Director, Joanne Emerson.
Lux Center for the Arts is a 32-year-old organization that was started by a bunch of people who lived in University Place. They wanted a cultural focal point. Gladys Lux was really heavily involved in the community here. She was an art teacher at Nebraska Wesleyan University. So the people worked and made an art center happen, and lo, these 32 years later, we remain in the heart of University Place. I see the Lux as being this enormous labor of love. We have actually a young girl that comes and takes private lessons here, and she's not a very good student at school, frankly. She's a little girl. She doesn't fit in well with her peers, but when she comes here, she's able to just be herself and make some artwork and feel some self-confidence. Each one of the staff people who work here in the arts realm have just wonderful backgrounds and wonderful stories about how art making has impacted their life and kept them in school and kept them motivated toward a brighter future for themselves. It's like athletics, or it's like music. It's something that is inside of them and propels them forward. I'd love to thank Sydney Lynch. She nominated us for this award, and she has been a part of the Lux Center for quite some time now, and she believes in what we do. She sees our big picture. She's a wonderful jewelry artist. We're lucky enough to have her work here, and I just really appreciate her having confidence in our ability to be that arts organization of the year.
Diana Warner is a committed volunteer and a contributor to the arts in Lincoln. Among working with many local arts organizations, she is also a founding member of the Friends of Opera. Diana has a piano scholarship fund at the University of Nebraska and a piano fellowship at Wichita State.
There are a lot lot of reasons for volunteering, and they're all good ones. There's, of course, the obvious one, that you're doing something for a cause that you like. But there are other more personal reasons. Maybe you're an empty nester. Maybe you feel that you don't have any more purpose in life. No. As my daughter and I say to one another, get out among them. Go out and volunteer. You know, maybe you've suffered a personal loss. Death of a loved one, maybe a beloved pet. Maybe your best friend moves to Peoria. Yes, there's going to be a period of mourning, but there comes a time when it's time to call off the pity party. Get out there among them, volunteer. Maybe your personal preference would be something more like, the food bank, Red Cross. As a manufacturer of athletic shoes tells us, just do it. Get out there and volunteer. I promise you, many new friends, new horizons, and the feeling that you're really finally doing something for your community. It's good stuff. I highly recommend it. I really want to thank the Arts Council, Deb Weber, Melissa Epp and their staff, the board. They've done a wonderful job and are continuing to do a job to showcase all the many, many arts opportunities there are in Lincoln. And I also want to say how touched I have been by all the phone calls and cards I have received from friends.
Steve Wake and Linda Esterling are frequent donors and sponsors of art exhibitions and activities. They have passionately collected art glass from all over the world. Linda Esterling is a founding and continuing board member of the Hayden Art Center. Steve Wake serves on the Sheldon Art Association board.
The Lincoln community is very supportive of the arts, and that's one of the thrills is to be a part of a community that does support the arts well, and to see what can be done when a number of people get together and collect and also support galleries, museums, and the programs that go on in the community. It's a very rewarding endeavor.
It's amazing how many people do contribute, do participate, do support financially as well as with their time and their talents. We have wonderful artists in the Lincoln area, and they are called on time and again to help us with a show or an event, or to raise money to support different programs in this area, and they step forward every time. It's amazing. The boards that I've worked with, and Steve has worked with too, I think people are there, they're there, they're followed through, they're workers. It's not just a superficial thing. I would just like to say, thank you so very much. It's really an honor, and we're just really touched to have been given this honor and this award. And the work and what we do is a pleasure enough, but we just really appreciate it.
I'd also like to say thank you for receiving this award and for being included in the other group of recipients of the Mayor's Arts Awards. It's a real honor to be included, and again, it's a great community to be in, and we really feel privileged to be a part of the arts community in Lincoln.